The House of Mouse never seems to reach maximum capacity. Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Disney Ensemble Casts. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at animated Disney and Pixar movies that stand out due to their unforgettable casts of characters. Number 10. Frozen.
And who's the funky-looking donkey over there?
That's Sven.
Uh-huh. And who's the reindeer?
Sven?
Okay. Make things easier for me.
The early trailers for Frozen primarily showcased Olaf the snowman and Sven the reindeer. While they'd go down as beloved characters, it was sisters Anna and Elsa who made audiences fall in love with this Oscar-winning blockbuster.
Do you want to build a snowman?
These two are among the most unique and progressive Disney princesses ever created. Both endure significant changes throughout the film, as Anna develops from a naive young girl to a resilient woman, and the icy Elsa learns to embrace her gifts as well as her family. The male characters also prove to be more than meets the eye, as loner Kristoff opens his heart and Prince Hans reveals his frozen heart.
Oh, Anna. If only there was someone out there who loved you.
Number 9. Zootopia. Zootopia transports us to a wondrous world, where sloths work at the DMV, an Arctic shrew runs the mafia, and a wolf lurks in sheep's clothing.
Fear always works, and I'll dart every predator in Zootopia to keep it that way.
At the center of everything are a wide-eyed rabbit named Judy Hopps and a cynical fox named Nick Wilde.
You can only be what you are. Sly fox, dumb bunny.
Although the citizens of Zootopia seemingly live together in harmony, social tensions continue to divide predators and prey. Part of what makes this ensemble so memorable is that the audience can see a reflection of their own society in these characters. Making commentary on everything from prejudice to politics, the cast shows us that nobody is perfect.
A bunny can call another bunny cute, but when other animals do it, it's a little...
I am so sorry.
Number 8. The Little Mermaid.
We're being intrepidatious. We're out to discover!
I've never seen a human this close before.
The Little Mermaid revisited several common fairy tale character tropes, like the beautiful princess, handsome prince, and diabolical villain.
I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. They weren't kidding when they called me, well, a witch.
Yet the filmmakers managed to give all of these characters a little something extra. At the time of the film's release, Ariel was easily Disney's most independent princess, and Eric demonstrated that princes could be more than just pretty boys. Sea Witch Ursula flooded the silver screen with her deliciously evil presence, while King Triton spoke to father figures everywhere.
Do you think I want to see my youngest daughter snared by some fish-eater's hook?
Furthermore, scene stealers like Flounder, Scuttle, and Sebastian made audiences wish they could be part of that world.
She traded her vice to the Sea Witch and got legs. Jeez, man.
I knew that.
Ariel's been turned into a human.
Finding just the right balance of old and new, this stellar cast sailed Disney animation into a new golden age. Number 7. Tangled. Well, after Disney's 90s renaissance, the animation studio continued to evolve their brand by revisiting another classic fairy tale in Tangled. The well-known story of Rapunzel was given a fresh coat of paint thanks to some one-of-a-kind characters. The cast features a plucky princess who's always saving the day, a cocky thief that emerges as an unlikely hero, and comedic relief that doesn't require dialogue to get a laugh.
Now sit. Sit.
What?
Now drop the boot. Drop it. Oh, you're such a good boy.
Then there's the two-faced mother Gothel, who can transition from nurturing to condescending to flat-out evil in the blink of an eye.
You want me to be the bad guy? Fine. Now I'm the bad guy.
Perhaps the most striking character of all is Rapunzel's hair, which somehow manages to pack in a ton of personality despite its inanimate nature.
Make the clock reverse. Bring back what once was mine.
Number 6. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Christopher Robin lived in another part of the forest where he could be near his friends and help them with their problems.
The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh isn't exactly the most plot-driven Disney movie. There isn't a bad guy, or even many life-threatening scenarios. It's just Pooh and company partaking in a series of adorable misadventures. These characters are so timeless, however, that we'll gladly follow them anywhere. One can't help but envy Christopher Robin for having so many friends in the 100-Acre Wood, including the gloomy Eeyore, the motherly Kanga, Little Roo, tightly wound Rabbit, the timid Piglet, and the wise Owl. Let's not forget fan favorite Tigger, who practically bounces off with the whole show.
The wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tiggers are wonderful things. Their tops are made out of rubber, their bottoms are made out of springs. They're bouncy, trouncy, flouncy, pouncy, fun, 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 fun. But the most wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one.
Of course, the film truly belongs to Pooh, who is just about as sweet as honey.
But you don't get honey with a balloon.
I do.
How?
I shall fly like a bee. Up to the honey tree.
Number 5. Inside Out. This Pixar film takes us inside the head of 11-year-old Riley, following the personified emotions of joy, sadness, disgust, fear, and anger. Since these characters all embody a specific feeling, you'd expect them to have one-note personalities. Even the most basic emotions can have many different layers, however. Sometimes joy needs sadness to see the importance of crying.
Mom and Dad, the team, they came to help because of sadness.
Sometimes sadness needs joy to dry those tears. Sometimes an imaginary friend, like the lovable Bing Bong, can feel more real than an actual person.
Oh, and remember your rockets!
Of course, it runs on song power!
Each emotion serves a crucial purpose, and Riley would be incomplete without all of them. The movie gets this message across with characters that are complex, and yet so simple. Number 4. Aladdin. With phenomenal cosmic powers and the voice of Robin Williams, the genie alone is like a dozen characters rolled into one.
Genie of the lamp! Right here, direct from the lamp.
Aladdin is far from a one-man show, however, as the cast comes complete with several diamonds in the rough. In addition to the genie, our titular hero gets help from his loyal monkey Abu, and a magic carpet that expresses itself without saying a word.
Maybe you can help us.
The irritable Iago, on the other hand, isn't afraid to speak his mind while plotting alongside the dastardly Jafar.
Bam! Whack!
Calm yourself, Iago.
Soon I will be Sultan, not that addle-pated twit.
As colorful as these supporting players are, they don't overshadow the central love story between Aladdin and Princess Jasmine, both of whom are so much more than meets the eye. Number 3. Toy Story.
Now let's all be polite and give whatever it is up there a nice, big Andy's room welcome.
Cowboys were all the rage before the astronauts launched into space. This adds another layer of wit to the rivalry between Woody and Buzz Lightyear, two toys competing for the love of their owner, Andy. While it would have been easy to make one of these two a villain, Toy Story wisely develops both into likable characters with three-dimensional personalities and identifiable insecurities. Together, Woody and Buzz make a surprisingly strong team.
You're flying! This isn't flying, this is falling with style.
Aside from them, Andy's room also hosts a plethora of other playthings, from the vulnerable Rex, to the wisecracking Ham, to the sarcastic Mr. Potato Head.
Hey Ham, look, I'm Picasso!
Once the credits roll, you'll want to bring the whole cast home to live in your toy box. Number 2. The Lion King. They might be animals, but the characters in The Lion King feel practically Shakespearean. That's probably because the film was inspired by Hamlet, centering on a young prince who must follow in his late father's footsteps after his bloodthirsty uncle usurps the throne.
Long live the king.
Although he's apprehensive about returning to Pride Rock, Simba receives assistance from childhood friend Nala, as well as the wisecracking duo Timon and Pumbaa.
Yup. Oh, some bacon. Yup. He's a big pig. Yup. You can be a big pig too.
Simba must not only overcome the devious Scar and a legion of hyenas, but his own inner demons as well.
Oh yes, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. Ah! You see?
He ultimately rises above it all, however, summoning the strength to rule the animal kingdom. Every character plays a vital role in the circle of life. Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Good robot.
Have I given you a clue?
Golly, thanks, Blue.
Oh, boy. Of all the silly gibberish.
Number 1. Beauty and the Beast. It was lyricist Howard Ashman's idea to occupy the Beast castle with enchanted objects that possess distinctive personalities. We largely have him to thank for immortal characters like Lumiere, Cogsworth, Mrs. Potts, and Chip.
You know, perhaps there's something there that wasn't there before.
What?
Although these players all make us feel like welcomed guests, this tale as old as time is truly about the titular couple. Belle remains one of Disney's strongest heroines, showing girls they don't have to wait for their prince to come.
I want adventure in the great white somewhere.
Speaking of which, the prince in this case is a beast that must learn to love, which perfectly contrasts the villainous Gaston's transformation into a monster.
I say we kill the beast!
Like a song as old as rhyme, this ensemble never hits a false note.
Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Ms. Mojo and subscribe for new videos every day.